Yep.
Hey, sorry, my phone died.
All good, man. All good. So the last thing that we were discussing before your phone died was you said basically that I'm the only person who cares about this, and my contention to that
I don't
was
think I said that really, but I think
you
you're
did
doing a
basically
lot
say
of
that. You
really
said
gay concern trolling. Yeah.
no. You said you implied that I was basically the only person who cares about this. Most people don't
See, this
care
is what
about this.
this is what I don't.
If
I don't like this kind of talk. That's like, well, basically, you said.
that's
Just
what
say what
happened,
I said.
you're gonna are you gonna backtrack on that now?
I'm not backtracking on anything, dude. Like this, it's
You are
this weird double
backtracking
talk
because
that you're
your
doing.
own words
You're not
refute
gonna
what you're
interrupt me
saying.
either, man. Like you're gonna let me talk. If you're gonna bring me on, you're gonna let me talk and speak my piece, dude.
Go
Like
ahead.
it's all this like gay double talk that you do. Well, basically, well, kind of. Basically, you said this. Like, dude, just
That's
it's
what you
like you're
said.
trying to cite one of my tweets or whatever, but you're like paraphrasing. Well, basically, you apologize. I never apologized for anything, dude.
You said, I
Are you
know a
gonna
lot of
correct
people said
that?
I shouldn't have done the interview, and they're right. So you were acknowledging that you did something wrong. That was my point.
Did I
That could be seen
apologize
as an
for it?
apology.
Did I
That's not an
apologize for it?
apology?
No. Did I say I'm sorry anywhere?
I
No.
mean, it is implicitly an apology. You're acknowledging I did something
No, I'm not
wrong.
apologizing. No, I didn't do anything wrong. It was awesome. It was good content.
Then why did you say they're right? A lot of people said I shouldn't have done this thing that I did, and they're correct. I should not have done it. That's what you're saying. Now you're saying it's awesome and you should have done it?
Other people should not be talking to journalists, and you should not. Most
Why
of
are
the
you
time,
talking to
should not talk to
journalists?
journalists because it was awesome and it was good content.
So what if I talked to Louis Theroux and I said, "Oh, well, it was awesome and it was good content." That would suffice?
Well, if you talk to Louis Theroux, it wouldn't be good content because you don't make good content. I make good content, so it's good content for me.
Actually, you don't make content. You don't make content. That's the reason why you start all this useless drama, because you have no content. Your content is starting shit with people. Your content is drama. And with Louis Theroux,
more people watch me and then they watch you.
well, okay, you've been streaming longer than I have, so we'll see. You know, when I'm as far along as you are, we'll see if that's still the case.
I mean, what are you doing right now? It seems like you're kind of starting gay drama because, like, I had no beef with you at all.
You did. You did have beef with me.
No, I
but
didn't. I actually went on my stream the other night because somebody was in my chat, like, trying to stir shit between me and you. And they were saying that you were shit talking me or whatever. And I was like, look, I got no problem with the guy, whatever. If I hear these talking shit or whatever, I'll say something to him. But, you know, otherwise, I got no problem. I got no real beef with the guy. We had a little tiff in our chat or whatever. But, I wasn't, taking that to the fucking grave with me or whatever. I mean, so.
Neither was I, but I moved on from that, and then
you are because you've been talking shit about me for a while now. So.
No, not really. No, not really. When we had our little tiff, yeah, there was some shit talk, and then I moved on with my life because it's not the most important thing that's ever happened to me.
Why were people, I mean, because I don't know if this is true or not, but people were in my chat saying that you were shit talking me like a week ago. So is that true?
I think that wasn't true. I was talking shit shortly after our tiff took place, but then ever since then, I haven't mentioned your name at all. So that person was probably just trying to drudge up, some old drama so that we would go out and we would fight with each other for their entertainment. But it's not something that I spoke about.
So then what are you doing now? Then it seems like you're kind of starting gay drama.
Well, I think that what you did here was just flat out. I think what you did here was just flat out wrong. I think that it was immoral. You're talking about journalists being fraudulent and immoral. I think what you did was fraudulent and immoral.
I came in and you kind of like talking shit about me, though. It wasn't just like simple critiques or whatever. It's like you're like talking shit about me. And so here we are.
What did I say?
I can't remember. I don't fucking pay attention to you.
I don't think I was talking shit about you. I think what I said, though, is I believe that you were acting like an opportunist, and then when it blew up in your face, you try.
So how did it? So first off, explain to me, how did it blow up in my face? Like what is the negative side effects of everything that I've done? Because right now, really, I've gotten like 200 more followers on Twitter. I mean, I'm getting more engagements. I made a shitload of money yesterday during that stream. So I'm failing to see the downside of what's happened here. And you're acting as if this is blown up in my face. And it hasn't. It's been very good for me.
Well,
it was great content.
But if it was great content, then why did you rage quit when he called you a Nazi?
Because that's, dude, how are you not getting that? That's the content, dude. Like, telling a journalist to fuck off is awesome and it feels good. Why are you so, why are you like concern trolling about that? Like, why are you so like,
I don't
oh, you
understand.
shouldn't have rage quit? No, that's the content, dude. Like, how are you not getting this?
So the reason why you invited him over your house in the first place was because you planned all along to rage quit on him.
No, I didn't say that at all. But me
So what was
talking
your
is
original
content.
intent?
To do the interview. What do you think?
That's exactly what I take issue with. Is why are you working with the enemy? Why would you ever do that after everything?
I'm not working, dude. I'm not working with them. It's
Of
not like
course
he's
you
fucking
are.
Louis Theroux. No, I'm not, dude. If you're too afraid to face your enemy, then what's the whole point of all of this, dude?
It's
I'm
not
not
about.
working with him. I'm literally adversarial to him, and I'm having a conversation and a debate with him.
It's what benefit is what benefit is there to inviting this person into your home? You know they're a snake. You know that their specialty.
What benefit would it be for me as a content creator and a streamer to be broadcast on cable television by one of the world's most like famous like documentarians? Man, that would be so terrible for my career if I had a good interview with that guy and I looked awesome on TV.
So
Yeah,
you
that would be terrible.
okay. So you're admitting here that you thought that Louis Theroux was going to make you look awesome.
No, I didn't say that, but that was a possibility.
That was a possibility that Louis Theroux would make you look awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was a possibility.
Do you know who the guy is?
Yes, I'm very aware of who the guy
So
is.
you thought that Louis Theroux was going to make Beardson Beardley.
Let me finish talking here. Let me finish talking. But I also knew it was a possibility that he would try to like frame me as a alt-right wignat, whatever, and then I could also use that as content to fucking tell him to fuck off on camera. Either way, I saw it as a win, and that's why I agreed to do it.
Fair enough. I don't think we should be working with these people. I don't think we should be giving them oxygen.
I'm not working with him. Holy
but
shit.
You were.
Explained it to. No, I wasn't. I was not working with him. I approached this as an adversarial point of view the entire time. I am not in collaboration with this guy at all. Like,
it's semantics. When you invite somebody over your house and you say you could film me and you could interview me, then you could describe that as working with the guy.
Oh my god, dude! If you're gonna be such a bitch to where like you're too afraid, so if I debate Destiny, right on a stream, is that me working with Destiny?
I don't think it's the same. No.
Debated Hunter Avalon, is that me working with the enemy?
No, I don't think it's the same.
It is the exact same. What's the difference? What is the difference?
I think that you are putting yourself in a position where there is no chance at all that this person is not going to make you look like a neo-Nazi. Like
and I could say the same thing if I debated Hunter Avalon. I could say the same thing.
But okay, here's the difference. The difference is that you have creative control over what happens when you're debating Destiny, or if you're debating me right now. You have full autonomy in this conversation to defend whatever your true viewpoint is. But when you're working with somebody like Louis Theroux, you're at his mercy. And what do you think he's going to do?
And that's the whole point of the content, was that I was not willing to be at his mercy during his line of questioning. So I told him to fuck off and get off of my property. What is the issue here? What is the issue here?
I just don't understand why you would invite this guy over your house in the first place.
Dude, I've explained it. I literally have explained it 1,000 times, you fucking retard.
Well, so what you're saying is,
dude, this was a big win for me, and all you're doing is whining and bitching about it. And you're like, but what if this? But what if this? Dude, this was awesome for me. I'm getting written about in the news right now. Like, people fucking know my name. This has been great for me, and it was funny content. If you weren't being such a little hemorrhoid on your ass and fucking being up your own ass, you could probably just watch it and be like, you know what? It's pretty awesome that Beardson brought Louis Theroux onto his stream and told him to fuck off and made him apologize in front of everybody. That's pretty funny.
I don't think it was funny, because I think that you got burned and then you tried to spin it around.
How did I get burned?
Because you got burned because you trusted the dude. You trusted the dude.
No,
you did trust the dude, because in your conversation, yes, you did, because in your conversations with him,
to a fucking word that I'm saying, dude.
I am listening to you. I am listening to you. I hear what you're saying, but when you were speaking to him on the phone on 3 separate occasions, you were communicating you were communicating that he had betrayed your trust. That is what you were saying to him. You're saying, why would I continue working with you?
Trust. I said he was rude to me in my own home. That's two totally different things, moron. Like, I swear to God, you don't understand.
I do. Nothing you're saying is complicated. I do understand you here. It's not complicated at all.
Getting it? Then why are you not getting it? Like, that's the thing.
You're saying he was rude because he called you a Nazi. You were.
Yeah, that's not. I'm not saying he betrayed my trust. I never trusted the guy to begin with.
So if you had a strong suspicion that he was going to call you a Nazi or paint you as a white supremacist, then why would him doing exactly that be the reason why you rage quit the interview? Especially if you see this as being, if you see exposure being nothing but benefit.
You are such an idiot.
Go respond.
I don't know how you're not getting this, man. Like, I've explained it to you so many fucking times.
Respond to that point. Why did that upset you?
Well, because it's disrespectful and rude, and I don't want to be called a Nazi because that's not what I am. I don't like being misrepresented.
So you didn't think that he was going to do that?
No, I thought it was a possibility.
Okay, so then why did you, if you knew that it was a possibility, then, okay,
I knew I could spin it into content, which I did, man. Like, what are you not getting about this, dude? I swear to God, you're like fucking 47 IQ.
No, I hear what you're saying, and I think that from my perspective, it seems to me like you were being opportunistic. It blew up in your face. I
was being opportunistic, and it succeeded because it did exactly what I wanted it to do, which was create great content and drum up a lot of buzz for me and help my career. Like, I'm sorry, I'm failing to see how this blew up in my face when my name is fucking everywhere right now.
So then let me ask you this. Why wouldn't you follow through with the documentary? Like I don't understand. If this was nothing but beneficial to you, then wouldn't it be more beneficial to you if you were in the documentary?
I'm still going to be in the documentary,
but like if you were more prominently featured.
And right now, I have fucking the Independent, Mirror Co. and everybody writing about me. I'm being approached by journalists left and right now because of what I did. Okay, these things would not be happening if I didn't do that.
Right. So then that makes sense to me. But what I don't get is why, like, that also would have happened. And then some, I think, maybe I'm wrong, and then some, if you actually follow through with the documentary, wouldn't it have been even more beneficial to you?
Dude, look, I'm going to be the most memorable part of this fucking documentary. Dude, are you kidding me? The guy that fucking kicks Louis Theroux off his fucking lawn and tells him to fuck off.
You think he's going to put that in?
Part of it. Do what?
You think he's going to put that in?
Yeah, are you kidding me? Dude, I guarantee he recorded all of that. He recorded our phone conversations that we had and everything. All that shit's gonna be in the documentary. Why?
Really? You think he's gonna edit the footage in a way that makes you look like flattering, favorable?
No, I don't think that's gonna happen, but it doesn't matter. I guarantee you that shit's going into the documentary.
Okay, so I understand that you personally benefited, and that's not what I'm contesting here. You clearly did. People are talking about you now. You got more followers. You got more donations. That's personally clear. But the issue that I take with it is the fact that I feel like as far as like the general zeitgeist goes, as far as how conservatives are viewed in society versus liberals, I feel like giving the opposition ammunition to reaffirm every negative thing that they say about us.
So what ammunition did I give them? I didn't give them any ammunition at all.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out when the documentary comes out. But the thing
you don't know, so you're mad about something that you're conjecting in your fucking head.
No, because the dude has a long history of outing quote unquote neo-Nazis
explain what ammunition that I handed to him. Then explain that, because you're going to try to hold that against me. Then I think I have a right to know what ammunition I handed to the guy.
I wasn't in the room, man. I don't know what question.
You don't know, and you're getting mad over something that you're conjecturing in your fucking head.
No, man. It's like saying it's like saying the next.
You just said I'm handing him ammunition. So what ammunition am I handing him?
Why do you think he's coming to your home? You think he's coming to your home to give you a question? I am answering. You think he's coming to you because
what ammunition did I provide for him?
Why do you think he's coming to you?
What ammunition did I provide?
I'm answering your question. Why do you think he's...
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Why do you think he's coming to you? He's coming to you because he wants to expose you as a neo-Nazi, which is proven by the fact that he asked you if you were a Nazi.
He didn't expose me as a neo-Nazi because I'm not a neo-Nazi.
I'm not,
dude.
I know that, but it doesn't matter if you're a neo-Nazi or not. Don't we know that when it comes to the media, you don't have to be the things that they accuse you of being. That no matter what you say or do.
Oh my god, dude! I swear to God, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall
What?
with you. You said, and I quote, that I handed him ammunition. So
Yeah.
what ammunition did I hand him? What ammunition did I provide for him? What? Because here's the thing, dude. Regardless of whether I agreed to be in this documentary or not, they were going to talk about me. Okay.
That's fine, but to go out of your way, that to me doesn't make sense. Like, why would you make their job any easier than it needs to be when they want to destroy? As you told the Metro,
How did I make his job easier when I kicked him out of my fucking house and I made him look like a jackass. And again, they were already going to talk about me in this thing. They were already asking Baked questions about me because I talked to Bake about it, and they were asking about me. So I was already going to be in this thing whether I agreed to it or not. The fact of the matter is, I saw it as an opportunity for me to either somewhat control the narrative as best that I possibly could, and create some content out of it, which I did. And again, what you're mad about is all just like gay conjecture.
It's not conjecture to say that somebody who is prolific for his anti-right-wing documentaries is going to make another anti-right-wing documentary in which everybody featured in the film is made to look as foolish as possible. That's who he is. That's who all these people are.
Okay, and so what? Like, it's the same as debating somebody like Hunter Avalon or Destiny or anything like that.
It's not the same because you don't have any control over the final product. That's why it's not the same.
So what?
So what? So you can't control the optics.
Okay, so what? I mean, there's a lot of things that I can't control in my life.
But why are you going out of your way to, as I'm saying, give ammunition to the enemy?
Funny, dude, it was funny. Like, that's it, man. Like, you're just overthinking this, and you act as if like my life is just fucking ruined because.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't think it's not what I'm saying. You clearly benefited from this. I'm not challenging that. You personally, Beardson Beardly personally, is the beneficiary from all of this. I'm not questioning that. That much is clear. What I'm saying is, like,
why are you mad about it? Like, that's the thing. Why?
Because what I'm saying is on a macro level, the conversation, the question is, should we ever be working with these people? How does this impact how conservatives, America First, are viewed on a societal level when we're going out of our way to aid these people in making hit pieces about us?
I'm not working with him. Again,
whatever you want to call it, man.
I do. I want to call it what it actually is, not some fucking gay conjecture that you've like.
That's not conjecture. If the guy says, "Hey, can I come to your house and film you?" and you say yes, then you're working with him.
And again, it's like, hey, Hunter, you want to debate? Yeah, sure. I guess me and Hunter Avalon are working together, right? Is that the same thing?
I explained to you repeatedly why it's not the same thing, because you have full control, full autonomy over every word that comes out of your mouth, and people will know what your precise positions are when you're allowing.
And I also am not stupid enough to not realize that they're going to edit the footage, and I can approach everything that I say in that regard, dude.
No, you can't, man. No, you can't. You're wrong about that. That's totally naive. Totally naive.
Yes, I can. Dude, no, you're totally naive to think that you cannot approach these conversations. And this is probably why you should never talk to the media, because you clearly don't have a fucking brain.
No, because I'm smart, actually. I'm smart. That's why I want to talk to the media, because I'm smart and I know who they are. I'm smart and I know who they are.
Fans are fucking wignats, dude.
I know who they are. No, I'm not a wignat. You're totally wrong about that. Not a wignat.
Yeah, well, all your fans are, dude.
No, they're not.
Have fun with that.
No, they're not. I just got into a big. No, I'm definitely not cool with the wignats.
Fast wave background's really netting you a lot of.
You think that's Fash Wave?
If you don't.
What's Fash Wave about my background?
Bro, are you joking?
That's not Fash Wave. That's like retro wave. That's not Fash Wave. There's nothing there's no fascist symbolism in my back. Really? So you're
I'm sorry.
Really? So your argument is to call me a fascist now and a wignat? That's really the approach you want to take here? I don't see why you're laughing. You're calling me a fascist.
It's so funny. how you just twist every fucking thing. Like
You're
it's so
implying
funny.
that I'm a wignat. That's what you're
I
doing. You're
swear to
saying
God,
your
dude,
audience
I
is
had a more straight,
wignats.
honestly, I had more straightforward conversation with Louis Theroux than I'm having with you, dude.
I'm surprised you
That's
haven't rage
no
quit yet.
shit.
I'm surprised you haven't rage quit yet then.
Because I don't know. I'm really that's honestly a really good question because like talking to you is like talking to a fucking Neanderthal, dude. Like
No,
you're
I
not getting
think I
anything that I'm
think
saying.
I
Do you
think
not think that it's a skill to talk to the media? Do you not think that that's a skill that you can acquire?
no, you're the retard who just said, "Oh, I know how to speak to the media in a way where they can't make me look bad." That's Neanderthal thinking.
That's not at all what I said. You're
That's what you said.
what I
This
said
is
yet
what you
again.
do. So you say things and then I point out exactly what you said, or maybe I missed a
No,
word.
you didn't. You
I paraphrase you.
misquoted me.
I paraphrase you, and then you're like, "Oh, that's not exactly what I said
You're
verbatim."
paraphrasing. You're not actually quoting what I'm saying. You were putting words into my mouth.
Okay, man. I mean, if that's your defense there.
I'm Red Pill Gaming and I'm sucking dick. Sorry, bro. I'm paraphrasing. I'm Red Pill Gaming and I'm gay. Oh, I didn't say that. Yeah, sorry. I'm just paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's not the same, idiot, because that's a wild distortion of the reference material. So that's not even that's not the same.
Yeah. But again, let's get back to the topic at hand here. Do you not think that you can acquire a skill in which you talk to the media? Do you
have that skill? Tell me how you acquired that skill.
Because I've been doing this for like 5 fucking years, dude.
Okay, and how many documentaries have you been in so far?
2.
Oh, really? Which ones?
What was it called? Alt-Right Day of Rage, but they didn't use any of the footage for that for me. And there was another like dumb alt-right one that I was in, but they didn't use any of the footage. But
did you volunteer for them both?
Yeah, they asked me.
Okay, so then you made the mistake before.
And guess what? Nothing bad happened.
Yeah, well, nothing bad happened to you, but that's the problem here is you're viewing this from a purely selfish perspective. You're not viewing this on how does this help or hinder the movement. And I think not reaching out to the BBC, but I think working with the BBC and allowing them to weave the narrative that they choose about us, I don't think that helps us win in the grand scheme of things. I'm not debating whether or not this benefited you. Clearly it did. Congratulations, Beardson Beardley. You made $1,000. You made a lot of money last night. Okay. That's not the conversation though. What I'm upset about is you doing this for solely your personal gain and of no benefit to the movement.
I'm not a part of the movement.
Oh, that's bullshit, man. That you said that last night to Louis Theroux. You're counter signaling America first. He asks you
5 years. I'm not.
Oh, come on, man. That's such a cop out to say I'm not a part of the movement. Really?
I'm not.
You were at AFPAC.
I don't speak it. Yeah, I was there as a fucking guest.
Nick
didn't ask me to write a speech. I wasn't up there trying to represent America first. I never have. I've always been a fan.
But whether you signed up for it or not, you clearly do have influence within the movement. So to ignore that and to say that, oh, I'm not a part of the movement, I think it's disingenuous. I'm not saying you're Nick Fuentes. I'm not saying you're Vincent James, but you clearly have pull and influence, and the things you say matter. Like when you went after Patrick Casey.
No, you're right. That is true. And,
yeah.
I've tried to dial that back as much as I possibly can, man. I mean, I'm doing everything that I can to try to not have that because I don't want any influence or pull in the movement.
But I feel like you play both sides of the fence. Like,
I'm not playing both sides of the fence. I'm literally just making content. I literally fucking play video games like 50% of the time. And the other time I just fucking watch YouTube videos, man. Like, that's all I do. I don't talk about politics. Okay? I'm not a political guy.
So then why are you signing up for this documentary if you're not AF and you're not it isn't adding up. Everything you say, it's like one thing contradicts the next.
Because it's content, dude. Like, how many times do I have to say that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's content. You benefited from the content on a personal level. My contention is how does this impact the movement on a global level? That's my concern. And I feel like if we're to have a solid and cohesive message, then we should probably try to diminish the level of propaganda the enemy is producing about us. And one way you do that is by telling these people straight off the bat, don't invite them into your home, straight off the bat to fuck off. Like,
You know how you grow a movement is that you hide from every camera and you never talk to anybody and you never try to grow.
you talk to the right
Afraid that you
people.
might be yeah, like who, dude? Who are you gonna talk to? Who are you gonna
Well,
talk to that's on national TV?
you could talk to Fox News. You could talk to Tucker Carlson. Um,
Oh
another
yeah,
thing.
let me do that. Yeah, because Tucker Carlson's just banging on my door right now.
Well,
Like,
that's why I'm
he's banging
calling you
on
an
my door. He's like, I've
opportunist
been turning
because
down the interviews, but you know what? I think you're right. I think I'm gonna do an interview with Tucker Carlson now.
so is your logic I can't get on friendly media, so I'm going to work with the enemy instead? That's your logic?
I'm not working with him, dude. I'm not.
Whatever. I'm going to say working with. You know what I mean? If you disagree, fine. We're not going to debate whether you were
I
working
mean,
with
if
him
you're
or
gonna
not.
lie about it, then yeah. I mean,
That's not a lie. I think
you're literally saying. I mean, that's what's so
you're
funny
working
about
with
it,
the
too,
film crew.
No, don't interrupt me. Let me say my point. You say I'm working.
Sure.
With
Go
the
ahead. Sorry.
enemy, but at the same time, you're saying that I have no creative control at all. So it's not really working with. It's working. I'm working in opposition to them.
Well, maybe you
So
think
which
you
is
are,
it?
but you're not. You might think
No,
that.
I am, dude. Like that's what it is. It is oppositional. It is confrontational. The nature of what we're doing.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm
Okay,
not.
what? It's clearly true. You know why it's clearly true? Because I told him to fuck off and get off my property. That is not the sign of me working with anybody.
It is the sign of you working with them, because if that was your intent from the get-go, then I would.
You do
Can
that
I
a
finish
lot,
now?
yeah.
Can I finish now? Let you finish. If that was your intent from the get-go, then I would have said, yo, that was fucking based. I would have said, yo, he made this guy drive out from St. Louis 3 hours with the explicit intent from the get-go to BTFO him. I would have said that's based, but that's not what
No,
you
you wouldn't
did.
have.
You
Still
wanted to be
bitching,
featured in
dude,
this
'cause you're just
documentary as
concerned
much as
so
possible. It blew up in your face.
Still keep bitching, because here's the thing is like that's what you're mad about is my intent.
Yeah,
That's like
it's
that's
totally
so
selfish.
gay.
It's totally selfish. It's not gay. It's totally
Why?
selfish. And
So
I think the
am I
people
not allowed to
with
act in my own self-interest here? Is that what you're saying? I'm just not allowed to act in a way that will help me and my family.
not to the detriment of the movement. If you care about the
How is it
movement,
detrimental to
that
how is what I did detrimental to the movement? I think it makes us look fucking awesome that we have that.
yeah,
If
in
you're
your
gonna
echo
ascribe, if you're
chamber,
gonna
yes.
ascribe to
When you
me that
turn
I'm a
on your
fuck,
stream
no,
tonight, yes, you're
fucking
gonna look
finish.
awesome.
Let me
You're
fucking finish. Let me fucking finish. I think if you're going to ascribe to the fact that I'm a part of this fucking movement and I'm a leader or whatever the fuck, I think it makes us look pretty fucking awesome.
to who?
One of us had the balls to went to a fucking.
Oh, you had the
BBC
balls. Oh, yeah, it takes a
journalist
lot of balls to be.
tell a journalist to fuck off. Yeah, that's pretty.
That doesn't take
awesome.
balls. That is the only thing you should do.
It did it. So what's your issue?
Is you invited him to your home first, and then you did it when things started to go south.
That's what's so funny about this. Like, oh, I thought it would have been awesome if that's what you intended to do, and I did it. So, like, what's the problem?
It wasn't your intent. Your intent, you were driven
Again,
by
you're mad
you
about
were
intent.
driven by
You're mad about
self-interest.
intent. Like, that's it.
You were driven by self-interest. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm calling it out.
Yes.
If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's
You're
what
not calling
happened.
it out. I'm admitting it. I'm literally admitting it. Yes.
I'm glad you are. Good. That makes my job a lot easier. And you were driven by self-interest to the detriment of the movement. That is the
Again,
kicker.
Not detrimental at all.
It is detrimental to
No, it's not. I think it makes us look pretty badass that we're willing to go up there and say, "Hey, Louis Theroux, go fuck yourself."
Yeah, I'm sure large swaths of the BBC audience, when that documentary airs, they're going to say, wow, that guy with the beard looks really badass. That's going to be the general consensus from.
Well, that's so.
You look badass to your audience. Congratulations.
Yes,
But
yeah, great. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck about these fucking leftoids that are gonna watch it. You're not gonna convert those people anyways.
it doesn't help us convert people when we are going out of our way to sign on.
Confrontational with journalists. Yes, that makes us look totally just stupid head. Like that's the thing. I just don't think you get like anything about this, man.
I
Like, you're totally out of
I
your fucking
do.
element.
You were thinking
No,
about
I
the
don't think
fame
you
and
do.
glory, so you signed up for this
Yes,
anti-right wing,
that's what we
anti.
want. That's what everybody in America first wants is fame.
Of course, that's what people want, but you shouldn't make decisions that are damaging, harmful, detrimental to what we're trying to put together.
Or harmful in any way.
I think they are. I think on a macro level, I see decision making like this, self-interested egotism like this. I see it as harmful to the movement, not beneficial. That's my position.
Well, you know what's really great though is that Nick doesn't, because he's the fucking leader of this thing, and he thought it was pretty badass.
Well, you and Nick are friends, so I don't know if Nick is going to be 100% truthful on a matter like this. Also, if we're to hold in regard whatever Nick says, then you wouldn't have gone through with it in the first place because Nick told you not to do it.
Yeah, and you know what he said? He's like, you know what? You were right, Beardson. You should have done it because it was fucking awesome.
All right. I mean, that's what he's going to say. You guys are friends, so that's the way friendship works. You defend your friends.
Dude, that's again, that's what your fucking thing is. You think if Nick didn't like what fucking happened, that he would fucking like try to protect my feelings? Like, are you kidding me? Dude, no one else called.
Yeah, that happens all the
Told me
time.
to fucking quit.
That he did tell you to
Nick's not
quit.
afraid to question me 'cause
Before the matter, he did tell you to quit. He said, "Don't do it." That means quit. Don't do it. This is a bad idea, Beardson. He's gonna try to make you look.
He said, you know what? That was awesome.
All right. Well, I mean, he's entitled to his opinion,
Well,
but I
see, that's what's so funny. Again, it's like every time you get caught, and so you're like, well, all right, well.
what am I caught on? You're telling me because Nick thought it was awesome that I too should think it's awesome? I can't disagree with Nick on that. I don't think it was awesome. And I've been explaining to you for the past, 40 minutes here, why I think it's more damaging than good. Yeah, for us, it's hilarious. Congratulations. Everybody in the chat is laughing. This Beardson guy is such a, such a jokester.
That's the whole point of it, dude. That's it. Like,
I don't think it's beneficial to us on a societal level to be working with the enemy so that to enable them
the enemy, stupid bullshit,
to enable them in making us look as bad as possible. I don't see how that's a good thing for anybody other than Beardson Beardley. And that's what it comes down to. Like, even at AFPAC, when you look at the
dude, like all of this shit that you're saying has already been refuted, and you just keep repeating it, man. All of this shit, all this whole damaging to the movement thing. We've went over this 3 fucking times. Like, I'm talking in a fucking circle with you, dude.
I didn't hear you refute the point that it's damaging. I think it's damaging on a macro level. How do you respond to this?
How is it damaging?
Because it reaffirms everything that the left says about us. It reaffirms the idea that we're Nazis, even if we're not. Man. It reaffirms the idea that we're white supremacists.
Me kicking somebody out of my house for calling me a Nazi and being offended by the fact that they're calling me a Nazi reaffirm that I'm a Nazi or whatever. Dude, here's the thing. They're gonna like most of the people that are gonna watch this thing are gonna think this shit anyways. It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna think we're Nazis anyway. So like, let's get our swastika flags out. Let's start, like, Hail Hitler.
That's not at all what I said. I mean, that's probably what most of your audience probably thinks, but that's
okay. Funny. Yeah, real funny. Yeah, I'm not a Wignat, man. I mean, I support Nick. I support America First.
You fucking act like one. You fucking sure act like one. You can troll like one.
I think that working with the media is totally idiotic, and if that makes me a Wignat, then I guess the Wignats are right about something.
Working in opposition.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro! This is not you. I think you should abandon that argument because it's just pathetic. Like
I think you should abandon the argument that I'm working with the enemy because it's retarded. Again, I'm not.
Okay, so when you voluntarily using your free will,
buy a beer and hang out.
When you voluntarily, using your free will, invite Louis Theroux and his film crew into your home, this is not considered working with the. I think it's a.
Not when it's to have an adversarial chat. That is not working with. Dude.
But then you got an adversarial chat and you rage quit. If you were looking forward to an adversarial chat, then why were you upset when he called you a Nazi?
Because I'm not a Nazi, and it's a very disrespectful thing to call someone in their own house.
Well, you wanted adversary, you got it. You wanted
over this with you, and again, and at the end of the day, it was funny content.
I don't think it was funny. I mean, I think.
Also, like, to be fair, you weren't even there. Like, you have.
Oh, here we go.
Conversation that we had.
Okay. So you guys had a great conversation, and he was going to give you a glowing presentation in this doc.
Again, that's not what I said, dude.
I think to say like you weren't there, I think that's a disingenuous argument.
No context at all.
That I know who Louis Theroux is. Okay, you claim to know who he is. You're telling me I wasn't there. You kicked him out because he called you a Nazi. So I have a pretty good idea of what Louis Theroux's intent in all of this was. To suggest that, oh, you weren't there and it was... No, he came there to make you look like an asshole. You, thankfully, didn't take you long to pick up on that. I don't know why you didn't.
I picked up on it from the fucking very first question, dude.
I'm glad you did.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I knew that was probably going to happen as soon as he fucking pulled up, before he even pulled up. But I agreed to do it because, again, it's content. And I know you don't really understand what content is because you fucking sit there and read the news with your little fucking retrowave background and shit. But it's
I'm sorry. I'm no match for gamers. That's really difficult to get the switch going. Get the switch going and play Mario for 5 hours. That takes a lot of talent. So I'm gonna try to follow. I'm gonna try to follow more closely in your footsteps in the future.
Isn't your name Redpillgamingtv?
I do
Are you really
game.
trying to make fun of gamers here? Like, is that your
No, but what I am
you
making
have fucking gaming in your name?
no,
and
but
it's
what I
like
am
this
making
about
fun of,
gaming?
what I am making fun of, is people who spend like a majority of their time on stream instead of doing things that are beneficial to the movement, playing video games, which is a complete waste of time and is of no benefit to
You
anybody.
literally
So
have gaming in your fucking name.
I
And you're
do.
like, oh, gaming is a waste of time.
I think gaming for like 5 hours a day, yeah, I think that's a waste of time. I think gaming every once in a while, I think that's totally fine. We all need some recreational
So you're
time.
a fucking poser, dude. You're a fucking poser because you have gaming in your fucking name. You're not a
Okay,
fucking
okay. You
gamer,
got
dude.
me. You got me. I don't
Yeah,
want to
you're a
have a
fucking
debate over my
poser.
username. The facts are that you spend most of your time on stream playing video games, which requires zero talent whatsoever. And I try my
Dude,
best.
I guarantee
I
you,
try my
you wanna
best
talk
to do
about talent, I
something.
guarantee you I'd fucking mop the floor with you in any fucking video game if you want to talk about talent.
Okay, congratulations. Meanwhile, me, I try to actually do something for the movement.
Oh
I'm
wow,
actually
congrats! You're
trying
on a
to
fucking
get the
talk
facts
show.
out there.
Like, congrats, dude. Wow, you're really getting the facts out there. Yeah, wow, dude.
I am. I am. Look at
Wow,
this conversation right here. Look at this conversation right here. That's what I'm doing right here.
Fucking running a talk show, dude. Are you kidding
That's what I'm
me?
doing right
He's
here.
out there really, really waking people up, dude.
I am actually. A lot of people agree with me. Believe it or not, a lot of people actually agree with me. They're afraid to say it because if they say it, then Beardson and all the cool kids aren't going to like them, and maybe Nick is going to say something nasty about them. So they're see the problem with the movement you guys are fostering is you're making people afraid to share constructive criticism. Which, by the way, that's how this started off. That's how this started off, and then
dude, it was starting
yes,
off
it did.
gay concern trolling, and that's what it's
No.
to be the whole time.
No, but there's a lot of gatekeeping in the movement. There's a lot. If anybody ever voices a legitimate criticism, they're concern trolling. So how could somebody voice a criticism without being a concern troll? I don't know how to.
I don't know. Maybe just be like better than you. Like maybe.
So you just want me to you just want me to be a lapdog? Is basically what you're saying. Be a lapdog. Shut up. Stop asking questions.
Bad way. Because
So you want me to be a mindless lapdog?
From a very bad faith perspective here. That's really what it's about, man. You're not doing constructive criticism. You're approaching this thing in a very bad faith perspective. That's what it is.
What's the bad faith? Please make me aware of.
You've misrepresented like half the shit that I said.
I don't think I did.
Like this whole time, and I've called you out on it, and then you've retracted. Half the time. The other time, you keep fucking spouting the same shit. Oh, you're working with the enemy, whatever.
You are.
Again, dude.
That is a purely semantical argument. So I don't that's not even like a point. You think that's a point worthy of debate? I'm calling it working with. You want to call something else so you feel better about yourself because you don't like the implication of the words working with because it makes it sound like you're complicit. That's why it's triggering you. So, but you worked with the BBC camera crew.
Again, yeah, worked with you. You know, we held hands, we sung Kumbaya.
Okay, okay. You didn't work with them. You just let them into your house, but you weren't working with them. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Again,
that makes sense.
You're not understanding.
I'm not understanding it because it doesn't make sense at all. But I don't feel like arguing for the next hour.
That's what it is. You're dumb.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's what it is. Okay. Says
that's exactly what it is. You're dumb.
Right. Says the clown inviting known enemies into his home and then rage quitting after they call him the exact thing that like everybody with a brain cell would have known in advance. And then your defense here,
and it was great content. Dude.
Congratulations, Beardson Beardley. It was great content for you. How does this help the movement?
I think it'll make the movement look pretty awesome.
To who? To your audience?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. Your audience thinks you're even more awesome than they did yesterday.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes, awesome. That's great for me. Yeah, I enjoy that, and so will a lot of the America First people.
Congratulations.
Again, you're talking about these like weird hypotheticals that you have no concept of what's going to happen whenever this thing airs. Because even you
totally disingenuous. It's just totally disingenuous.
Totally disingenuous. You're arguing hypotheticals. Like you're arguing.
I have no concept of what's going to happen. You say that you knew exactly what was going to happen, but me saying that I knew what was going to happen is a hypothetical, even though you claim to have known it yourself.
I did. I mean, you can even ask Nick because me and Nick talked about it. I mean, I talked about it with my fucking wife. I mean, like I told everybody that like this was probably what's going to happen, but
right, and that's what I'm doing too. But how come when I do it, it's unacceptable?
This wasn't like an easy decision for me either.
Oh, I'm sure it was really tough. Tell us about that. Tell us about.
I look. I'm trying. If you'd shut the fuck up, man. I almost canceled it like 2 days before it happened. Like multiple times. Like. Because I was trying to think about the pros and cons of the whole thing, man.
And the pros were Beardson benefits, and what were the cons?
Really nothing.
There was no
The
con.
guy's like,
So
'cause
that's the
I
problem
gave
here
him
is
an
you
idea
don't see
for
the con. That's the problem. Maybe because you are the con, I don't know, but that's the problem here is you don't see the
No,
con. You
listen.
don't see how this is damaging to the movement. You
No,
think it's
because
epic and
here's
hilarious
the
because your
thing.
circle
Here's the
jerk
thing.
audience
I'm
is
able
telling you it
because
was.
no, listen, shut the fuck up. Listen and let me speak here. Because I sit there and said, I was like, look, they're probably just going to try to call me a Nazi or whatever. And if that does happen, that's probably not going to be good. And then I was like, you know what? I could spin that into fucking content, though. So I'm making whatever con that is there a pro because I'm smart, I'm agile.
Now, why would you be concerned? Why would you be concerned that they're going to frame you as a Nazi? If exposure is all you care about and self-interest is all you're driven by, then why would it matter if Louis Theroux painted you as a Nazi?
Because that's not what I am, and I don't like to be misrepresented because, like, I'm a normal person.
So if you don't like to be misrepresented, then why would you? It's just totally circular at this point. Like the bottom line is
like arguing a fucking circle, dude.
no, because you're wrong. You have no defense, and you keep waffling back and forth between all it.
No, I have every defense, and
you don't. You don't have a defense. Otherwise, you'd be providing your defense.
Questions.
You don't have a defense. You were self-interested. You admitted as much.
Do what?
You admitted as much. You admitted that you're totally self-interested, which, I mean, of course, everybody in the world is self-interested, but still, you should have some.
So then what's the problem? You just admitted it yourself. Everybody in the world is self-interested. So why is it that I'm not allowed to be self-interested? Explain that to me.
You should not be self-interested to the detriment of the movement that we're trying to foster here. That's my
any detriment here at all. And the only thing that you're saying is that, well, hypothetically, the audience probably won't like this, even though you have no reason to think that at all.
I do have. Come on, this is ridiculous. If your position is that I have no reason to expect that Louis Theroux was going to whip together this totally unflattering, like this is outrageous. If that is like, you don't have a defense, because if you did, you'd be saying something that actually makes sense right now, rather than saying, oh, this is conjecture, this is pure speculation.
You are, but that's exactly.
No, I'm not. Go look up Louis Theroux's body of work. Go look up his body of work and then tell me this is conjecture. It's called common sense, bro. It's called pattern recognition.
I'm very aware with what Louis Theroux.
So why are you calling this conjecture?
How about you let me finish here? Because I know you're getting really wound up tight and you're getting really in your fucking feels because you look like a fucking retard right now. Let me finish what I'm trying to say. You know what was really funny yesterday whenever I did that stream was I had dozens of people in my chat that were like, you know what, I don't agree with your politics at all, but this is really funny.
Congratulations. People think you're funny.
Yeah. That's my whole point, dude.
We were discussing how is it I don't know, I guess you got lost. We were discussing how is it conjecture that Louis Theroux is going to paint you as a racist Nazi asshole.
Bro, there's not even anything in there that we talked about that's like able to do that, because I shut it down before we could even go down that line of questioning or whatever.
You say it's conjecture when the reason why you kicked him out is because he called you a Nazi. This is the argument you're making right now.
We were having a normal conversation. We were having an absolutely normal conversation for like 3 minutes, and he asked me, like, what do I do? What do I consider myself? I consider myself a comedian, and I'm a gamer. You're like a general in this America First thing. No, I'm not. We were having a normal conversation, and then he immediately went to the Nazi salute accusation, and that's when I shut it down, because that's when the line of questioning was going down a path that I didn't like, and quite frankly, I felt insulted that he tried to insinuate that I was a Nazi in my own home. That's when I kicked him out and told him to get the fuck off of my property.
Right, so you suspected in advance that this is what he would do. I suspected in advance that that's what he would do, and then when I say this is what they're going to do, you call it conjecture.
No, that's not what I'm calling conjecture, dumbass. What I'm calling conjecture is how you are already forming an opinion of what every single person that watches this thing, hasn't even been edited yet, hasn't even been chopped together yet, is going to think about it and how it's going to affect America First, because you have no idea.
And I think you're making a totally dishonest, disingenuous argument. I think anybody, like I said, anybody with a brain cell knows exactly what Louis Theroux, look at his career, look at his body of work. Anybody with half a brain cell knows exactly what the final the final product is going to look like there. So this I think you're making. I think you're backed into a
You
corner.
have no concept of like how to address the media or how to talk to the media.
Right, and you're an expert. You're an expert.
How to. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but clearly I'm more educated in this field than you are because you have no fucking concept for it whatsoever. Because, let's be real, no one's going to come talk to you anyways because you're fucking boring.
Right. So what makes you an expert in this?
I've had experience.
Okay, so you spoke to the media before, and you're an expert?
I'm not saying I'm a PR expert or anything like that, but I have had experience. Not only in my internet life, but in my personal life as well.
Okay, so now if you're not an AF general, then why do you see yourself as somebody who should be representing the movement? Don't you think that
I didn't ask to be in this documentary. They approached me about it.
And you agreed?
Yes.
So why would you do that if you don't see yourself as being representative of America First when you know what the documentary is about?
It's not about just America First.
What's it about?
The dissident right in general.
So it's essentially about America First.
There's more to the dissident right than just America First.
Okay, so then who else in the dissident right is featured in the documentary besides you, Baked, Nick? Who else is featured in it?
I mean, they're asking questions about a lot of different people. I don't really feel like naming them because I don't want to drag them into this if they're not already in it. And I hope you can at least respect that. But these were people.
Oh, okay, nice.
What? I'm trying to respect people's privacy here.
Yeah, of course you are. Okay, I think once again, you're just not.
That is what I'm trying to do.
You're just not being honest. But I mean,
No, I'm being completely honest with you, man, and it's really kind of shitty that you're not like.
Yeah, okay, I know.
Just trying to accept that at face value. I haven't told you a single lie here. You have no reason to believe that I'm a liar. I'm just trying to protect people's privacy here because maybe they don't want to be associated with America First or whatever. And you also have to think too that I probably have 50 fucking British journalists watching everything that I do right now. So yeah, I really don't want to drag people's name through the mud if they don't want to be a part of this thing.
Okay.
And the fact that you can't respect that, even though you want to make a big
right. Okay. There you go. Nice.
Is pretty fucking
okay. Another totally weak argument, but I think at this point you've heard everything I had to say.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? You're such a fucking faggot, dude.
Right. Okay.
Here's what
that's what the loser says. That's what the loser says.
The loser? You want to talk about losers? Dude?
That's what the loser says. Go ahead. Continue with. I'll let you. I know your shtick. Go ahead. Go ahead. What else you got? You called me. What else you got? Go ahead. Let's hear it.
No, I think it's really funny that you're sitting here trying to call me a fucking loser when
I have less views than you. You have a bigger audience. Congratulations. Your dick is larger than mine. What else you got for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Good job. Good job. You've been doing this for how many years now?
Full time, maybe about a year and a half.
Okay, so there you go. You got quite the head start on me.
Oh yeah, you really think it's the head start that is what's giving me the advantage?
No, it's clearly the intellect and talent. It's clearly the unmatched intellect and talent. That's what explains it. You play video games on the internet like no other, and it has nothing to do with your extremely close proximity to Nick. That has nothing at all to do with your large following.
I've been doing this before Nick even got started, man.
True, but I think your audience probably grew quite a bit when you started sucking off Nick 24/7.
What do you mean? So, dude, we're friends. I've been friends with him since fucking 2017, since he got started.
Good for you, man. That's cool.
I had him on my show when I was getting more viewers than he did. I've done nothing but promote this kid from the ground up because I like him and I respect him as a human being, and I think he's really funny.
That's awesome. I like Nick too, even though Nick doesn't like me probably after hearing my takes here. But I get it. You guys are friends, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean that's what's so funny with you people is like you're sucking Nick off and everything like that. No, I would never do that ever.
Well, you do this thing where like you enjoy your proximity to Nick and you use it. This is actually very similar to what Patrick Casey did actually, where like you use your proximity to Nick to your advantage, but then like when it's inconvenient, when you get pressed, oh, I'm not an AF general, oh, I'm just a comedian. So it's like you're basically you're playing both sides of the equation here.
No.
You are 100%.
When have I ever used Nick to my advantage? I would love to know that. When have I ever done that?
You're doing it every single time you turn your camera on.
Is that right? What? How?
By being his lapdog.
I'm his lapdog. Is that what you mean?
By being one of his
I'm his lapdog that doesn't listen to him whenever he gives me advice. And
well,
I'm
because
just, I really think
your
this spindle thing.
your self-interest overrode what was good for the movement.
Again, how?
I already explained it to you. I don't feel like repeating myself, unless I appreciate the conversation. But I think at this point we're just gonna like continue to.
Because you brought up a criticism that I somehow ride Nick's dick. So I think it's on you to explain yourself, because I really love to know. Every time I turn my camera on now,
Yeah.
I'm somehow riding Nick's coattails, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna downplay the benefit that you receive from your proximity to Nick.
I mean, it's helpful for sure, but it's not.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Doing what I'm doing, regardless of Nick or not. And
Well,
I've had an audience before Nick even got started.
okay, and then you greatly benefited from your proximity to Nick the same way Patrick Casey did. I mean, look at Patrick Casey's audience before Nick and after Nick. Like people weren't watching Patrick Casey.
Well, no.
People, can I finish that point, please?
No, you can't, because it's stupid.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to finish my point now. I'm going to finish my point now. Patrick Casey had an audience, yes, but after Nick, his audience blew up. It's not because Patrick Casey was a good content creator. Nobody understood why Patrick Casey had the audience that he had. Nobody understood that because his content totally sucked. He was dull. He was boring. So it's clear that people benefit greatly from their orbit around Nick.
Again, I can tell you're very new to this whole thing. You smell like a real November groiper. Like, that's
like a what?
Across this. I've been making content for fucking years. And
I know you have, man.
I've had my own audience for years. I mean,
I know you have.
What we were pulling, probably 1,000 views a night, dude. Like, I've had my own audience, and I'm not blowing up here because of my proximity to Nick or anything like that. I'm blowing up because people wouldn't watch me. And hell, honestly, a lot.
No, anybody who receives Nick's blessing benefits greatly from it. That's the reason why.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I haven't benefited from being friends with Nick. It's been great, but that's not why I have a career, and that's not why I do what I do.
What I'm calling out is
I've never once ever tried to use my friendship with Nick in order to make good content. Every time Nick has come on my stream, he's always asked to come on my stream. I've never asked Nick to come onto my streams or anything like that, because I respect the fact that he's a busy guy and he has, a lot of things going on. Every time Nick's come onto my show, he's done that voluntarily, and I've never called in a favor with Nick.
Okay, I hear you. I get what you're saying. The thing is you play both sides of the fence. You say, "Oh, I'm not an AF general," but then I'm gonna.
I support America First through and through. I absolutely do.
I'm not saying politically you play both sides of the fence, but you're like you pose yourself as a prominent figure in the movement when it's convenient for you, but then when it's inconvenient, oh, I never said I was an AF general. I'm just a comedian. But I'll sign up. But I'll sign up for this documentary to represent the movement.
I would love to know when I've said I'm a prominent figure in the movement. I've never said that.
I'm not accusing you of saying that.
You just did.
No, I did not. I was not. You misunderstood. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is you are. I didn't say that. I didn't say it, but whatever. If you think I said that,
literally, you just said that. Like, you just said it.
If I said that, then I misspoke, because that's not what I meant to say.
All right, I'll concede that you misspoke there, but continue.
I don't think I did, but whatever. You play both sides of the fence, and it's when it's convenient for you, then you're buddy with. Like, you pose yourself as one of the AF generals when it's convenient for you, and then
I've never once posed myself as an AF general. That's exactly what I'm saying. I've never.
Yeah, I will see that point. You did not do that, not as an AF general, but you do this thing where it's like, oh well, I'm not involved in AF, but I'm going to sign up for this BBC documentary. So like that's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, where when it's convenient.
Again, this isn't just an America First documentary.
It basically is, though.
But it's not. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not just interviewing just America First people.
Well, why were they interested in you?
I don't know.
Also, people in my chat are saying that you've called yourself CEO. Is that true, or is that a joke?
It's a joke. It's literally a joke. It's
okay.
A play on the fact that Patrick Casey, how do you not get any of this, dude? Like,
no, that's why I asked you.
It's a joke. It's obviously
I
a
believe
fucking
you.
joke.
I believe
Holy
you.
shit.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
'cause
not attacking you on that.
okay, but that's the thing, man. It's like I'm not I've never once disavowed America First or said that I'm not a fan of America First, but that's what I am. I'm a fan. People have ascribed this role to me, and after the Patrick Casey thing, I've kind of realized that yeah, a lot of people in America First do listen to me and all that, but I've always maintained from day one I'm not a part of America First. I don't help organize anything. I don't speak. I have nothing to do with any of that stuff, and I don't want to. I'm glad to remain a fan in this. I'm just friends with these guys, and I like these guys a lot. And I don't know how this is playing sides of the fence. I am simply telling you what I am and how I perceive myself. This is not me playing both sides. This is me trying to be as honest as I and transparent as I possibly can be.
No, I think that you like the benefits, but then there's a certain level of legwork that you don't want to be involved in. So I feel like you're at times talking
What
out
do you
both
want?
sides.
What would you want me to do? You want me to turn into like a political guy? Is that what you want me to do? I'm not smart enough for that. I don't care. I hate politics.
I don't think you hate politics. I mean,
I hate politics. I
you
hate
spend a lot
politics.
of
I think
time
politics is
discussing
fucking
politics
gay.
for somebody who hates politics.
When?
Well, right now we're basically doing that. Also, I saw you debate Hunter
This is
Avalon twice
politics. This
recently.
is
That was
politics right now. This is not
yes,
politics. This is just a gay debate about uh, journalism. That's not politics.
it is politics. But also,
No, it's
I saw
not,
you
dude.
debate Hunter Avalon twice recently. That wasn't political about big tech
I mean, not
censorship.
really. That was more of a
Oh,
cultural
come
thing. If
on.
you were,
Come on. Like
it was.
I keep trying to
I don't ascribe to this whole like gay leftist theory that everything is political. Maybe you do,
oh, this
but
see
I don't.
this is you're just it I keep trying to I don't know. I keep trying to I'm trying to work with you here, and then you just say these things that are totally dishonest, and it's
Like
unfortunate
what? Like
because
what did I say that's dishonest?
a debate about big tech censorship isn't political.
Okay, maybe that was, but did I even really honestly debate? Like I had no interest in actually debating that guy. I just wanted to call him gay and a retard.
Well, the second time you did, so the first time that's what you did. The second time you actually debated him, and I actually said that you won, you destroyed him, and that was I was actually impressed because I thought you really did a great job, and also I wasn't expecting that after your first debate because your first debate you were just totally like mocking him and clowning him, but then the second debate I think you like legitimately just like won on a political level.
I
So
mean, there's certain things that I'm willing to talk about, like big tech censorship's one of them, but I still don't consider myself a political guy. I'm a hobbyist at best.
mhm.
So what do you want? So it's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to just transition? Would that make you happy if I just started talking about politics all the time? Would that make you happy?
No, I'm not saying that.
Like, what do you want from me?
No, I mean, I've already told you, what I'm thinking, how I feel. I
No, I
still,
mean, you have this constructive criticism, and I'm asking for feedback here. You say
okay,
I'm playing both sides of the fence, so what can I do to remedy that?
okay. So I feel like if you're going to benefit greatly, like from your close proximity to Nick and AF, then I feel like there should be a little more. You should be pulling your own weight a little bit more than you currently are. I feel like you should be a little bit
Bro,
more.
you want to talk about pulling my own weight? You really want to talk about pulling my own weight, dude?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I make great content. That's me pulling my own weight. I entertain people. That's what I am. I am an entertainer.
Okay.
And when people get done watching Nick, they're more than welcome to come tune in and unwind with me, watch me play fucking video games, and tell pee pee poo poo jokes. That's what I offer to the movement. That's all I can offer to the movement, and I'm happy with that.
Okay. Fair enough. I still,
I still want to know how I'm playing both sides of the fence.
well, I mean, I do think, like you're saying, you're not political, but then this explicitly political guy says, "Hey, I'm going to come to your house to film a documentary," and then all of a sudden you're political enough to. So you're actually doing it right now because you're saying I'm not a political guy, but then you're engaging political debates with people. So like it's exactly what I'm talking about. This exact conversation we're having right now is exactly what I'm talking about. Where it's like, I'm not political, but
I didn't come on here to have a political debate. I came on here to defend myself and my actions.
I mean, I know you to be a political guy. Like I don't see you as a gamer. I see you as like 50-50 gaming and politics. Like that's That's
Well,
always how I've perceived you. Even if you're
obviously
not,
you haven't watched very much of my content then.
I've seen a fair share of your content. I used to watch you regularly until you totally disrespected me that one time, and then I said,
Yeah,
"Fuck this guy,
obviously I was
fuck this
rightful
guy."
in doing that. Yeah, fuck you too.
What?
Yeah, fuck. I said fuck you too.
Why? You were the dickhead there. You were the one who you completely
Oh no, you
disrespected
were
me
definitely
after
you were definitely the dickhead
I was a
for sure.
dickhead.
Because you're doing exactly what you're doing now. It's just bitching and whining and
Yeah,
comparing
it
feelings.
was
That's
a
all it's
poor
really. That's
decision
all you're
then,
really
and it's a
offering.
poor decision now for the same reasons.
No, it's not. It was great.
And
It was
even if
it was good content. And again,
even if
that's the thing. That's what's so funny about this is like ultimately what you're doing is taking the side of Louis Theroux.
yeah,
Ultimately.
that's totally yeah,
No, it
that's
is.
great
Like
argument.
it is. That's exactly what you're doing. You're joining in the leftist chorus of attacking me right now during a time in which I'm being, being
That's
written
not at
about
all
and
what's
everything
happening, man.
else.
That's not.
Yeah, no,
You're
that's
frustrated to
exactly what it
speak to
is.
because you're not an honest person.
I've been totally honest with you since the moment, and I have a history of being completely honest with people for 5 years. So if you want
Hmm.
to talk about trustworthiness, I think people are going to trust me a lot more than they trust you, which is a person who's done nothing but try to misrepresent what I've done, what I've said this entire time.
Okay. Well, I think what happened back then was I asked you a totally legitimate question. You got defensive. You said, "Who the fuck are you?" You said you weren't even at AF Pack 2, which I was. You were wrong about that. And that turned me off to you because I felt like that's not how you
So
that's
that's
not
what
how
this is really all about. You're a
no.
jilted lover. That's what
No,
this is.
no.
Yeah, that's what this is all
No.
about. You're
It's
a
not.
jilted little chatter. That's what it
No, no,
is.
that's not
Yeah,
what it's all about
yeah,
because
that it
no,
is.
it's not because
Jilted little
I've been
chatter.
calling people out
Yep.
every this happens every once in a while. Whenever I have a criticism, I voice it. I'm not afraid to voice it. I'm never going to be afraid to voice it. If people don't like me for it, that's fine. I understand that it comes with the territory, but
So
it
you like to cause
actually
a lot of drama, then? Is that what you're saying? You like to cause a lot of drama?
no,
No
that's
one's
your thing.
criticism. You like it till it's
That's
mean?
your thing. I actually do
That
real
seems to be
content
what you're
most of the
doing now.
time.
I think that's what it is. I think that's really what this
No,
is all about. I think that's
no.
really you just want to be me, and it's really cute, honestly.
Yeah, I want to play video games on stream and get drunk every single day.
I mean, it's
That's the
awesome. Why
ideal.
wouldn't
I
you?
wish I could be an
It's a great.
alcoholic gamer.
Also, and again, I wanna point out to the fact that your name is Redpilled Gaming.
Right.
You have gaming
But
in your
how
name, and
many hours?
it's so funny to
I
me that
stream
you're
like
trying to like
40 hours a
shitball
week.
gaming.
I stream like
Damn, that
so
sucks,
really
dude.
is your
I
attack here
only
that I don't
stream
play
like
enough video
20, dude.
games?
I only stream like
You're
20
attacking me
hours a
for not
week. You're
being as
streaming
real of a gamer as you are? Do you think this gives you
Yeah, you have
credibility?
gaming in your name, dude. You're a fucking poser.
Okay. Yeah, I'm posing
I
as
don't
a
even have
gamer.
gaming in my
Why would
name.
somebody pose as a gamer? I grew up my whole
I don't
life
know. Why are you
playing
doing
video
it?
games.
Why are you doing it? I don't know. I don't know why a person would do that. Why are you doing it?
Because sometimes I like to discuss gaming on stream, and I very rarely also like to play video games on stream. I also think the name is the name is somewhat
I mean, the name
ironic.
sucks. The name sucks. Red Pill, like really, dude? Is it 2016?
Actually, I probably did come up with it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the name does
It didn't
suck.
age
Like
well. It
is
did not age
definitely
well.
it's definitely self-aware. It's definitely a bit ironic. I knew that
No, it's not ironic, dude.
it is. Red Pill
It's not.
Gaming. I mean,
You have a fucking retro wave background. That is not fucking ironic, dude. You
well,
look
that's not
back in fucking 2016.
no, I think the retro wave still looks good, but that's neither here
No,
nor there.
it looks so bad, dude. It looks stupid.
All
You
right,
should change
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't come up with Beardson barely. Tell me how many thousands of hours did it take you to come up with Beardson? I mean, really,
Really,
we're gonna attack
like
each other's
5.
names now. My name is gay.
Yeah,
I'll admit my name is
sucks and
gay. I never thought my name was cool. I never thought my name was
Yeah.
cool. It's deliberately cheesy and corny. Like Red Pill Gaming, it's like the most
Oh, yeah,
generic. It's like the most
I'm only
generic.
pretending to be retarded, guys. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Well,
That whole shtick doesn't work. It's like the same thing with Spexo and the optical descent. Oh, I meant for the name to be dumb. I actually, trolled. Yeah, this shit doesn't really work, man. I'm sorry. Beardson Beerley is at least a recognizable name that doesn't sound like a fucking bargain bin alt right YouTuber. Okay.
okay. Well, I mean, I know what my intent was, and my intent was to be like
Yeah, no one else does. Everyone else thinks you're a fucking retard.
they're free to think that. I mean, if they're people like
They
you,
do think
then
that.
makes no difference to me. Sorry, I was just
Yeah,
taking a
you
sip of
make
my
suck.
bang there. Oh, all right. I mean, I've said everything that I've had to say to you. I don't know. You have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really, man. You suck, honestly. And
Okay, go ahead. Call. Go
instead
ahead.
of
Here we
being
go.
such a
Get your last jabs in. I'm a bitch, and
you
I'm
told me to do it. You literally told me to do it. So
to
that's
do
what I'm
what?
fucking doing.
Go ahead. Say your final words. Make me look like an idiot. Say, oh, you're a fucking go. What do you got for me? Let's hear it.
Bro, you don't even let me get it out.
Go
If
ahead.
you just want to do it
I won't
for me, then go
interrupt.
ahead,
I
man.
won't interrupt. Go
If you
ahead.
want
The
to go ahead
floor
and
is
do it for
yours.
me and self-denigrate, I'm fine with it.
The
No,
floor is yours. Go ahead.
I think you're a very self-serious guy and a very not serious, like a very fun movement. That's what I think it is, because that's at the end of the day the movement is fun. It's about fun. It's about telling journalists to fuck off. It's about fucking doing our own thing and being badass. And you're such a self-serious stick in the fucking mud. That's what I
Okay.
think the problem is, dude. You're basically fucking Patrick Casey, but you talk at 1.5 times speed.
Oh, I talk faster than him.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The only difference between your content.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I wasn't expecting a compliment on the way out, so
That's not a compliment at all, dude.
I know. I know. That's why I was saying, well, I wasn't expecting a compliment on the way out, so, of course you're gonna say something like that. I get it. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, and I don't know. We'll good luck with your documentary. Let me know how that works out for you.
I won't. I'll probably never talk to you again because you suck and you're cringe, and I hope nothing but bad things for you and your shitty career. And yeah, bye, bitch.
Later. Alrighty, folks. There you have it. The much anticipated conversation with Beardson, Beardley. I don't know. Towards the end there, I was getting kind of bored. The conversation, debate, whatever, was extremely circular. I made the points that I wanted to make. I said everything that I had to say. You guys know how I feel. I'm not going to just repeat myself for another hour or two there. I think he's just not an honest guy. I gave him a couple of opportunities to be honest. He chose not to be. Whatever.